here, and I get that. It's really, really fun. Now, listen, we've got this issue probably right across the country where we are a little bit afraid of showing our personality in our space. Am I right or am I right? Right? Yes. We want to loosen you up a little bit. Leigh-Ann Allaire Perrault is here to help. Loosen it up. Shake it off. Shake it off. So the funny thing is, I say it to them like it's only them. It's me too.
Right, you know
so
what?
if you see my living room, it's like several shades of brown.
It's me too, honestly.
Yeah.
I have to admit it. There's something about looking at an inspirational space and going, oh, I love that, it's so me, but then actually committing to it. It's almost like admitting to your identity.
Yeah.
And sometimes like that's difficult.
Scary.
So I think one of the biggest lessons or tips that I can give is just don't take your spaces too seriously.
Yes.
I feel like we're all about the checklist. We need a sofa, check. We need chairs, check. And we focus on the function, which is great.
Right.
I'm all about investing in good long-term pieces and the basics, but there's that 10% of a project which allows you to have fun, and that's where you can be a little bit more frugal, so you can change things out and show off your personality, because our personality and taste change too, and I think that's the key. Not everybody would necessarily commit to a giant leopard print wall,
right?
But in small little doses that are temporary are key. It's temporary personality is key.
So you're saying this is temporary.
This is temporary.
When we get over our animal print fixation, we can take it down.
Now, I don't know if I ever will, because
you never will.
I never will. Like, really, the shoes,
it's
everything.
You, girl.
So this was actually really easy. This is vinyl on paper that I picked up from Michael's craft store, and I just cut them out in random shapes. So literally, you can peel them on, peel them off, move these to a different space. They're reusable, which is great.
That's
super
fun.
affordable.
Think about that as well for kids' rooms, basements. Like, have some fun, put their personality out there.
I think honestly, the sheets I paid in total $20, and I still have a ton of sheets left over that I can have leopard print going all over yeah, if the mood strikes me, and then take it all off tomorrow, same thing.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to your family about that. Try and reel you in.
Yeah, I feel like I've kind of like reeled them in just a little bit. But I think when we decorate our space too, it needs to show our personality, but we need to not fill space just for the sake of filling space. Yeah, good point. So I actually planted one of my pet peeves in this set. I don't know if you can spot it.
What could it be?
My decorating pet peeves.
It can't be that, because that's the cutest thing ever.
Okay, that's adorable. Which
oh my God, I love that.
I'll give you a hint. These.
Oh, the twigs.
Tell me what emotional connection someone has to twigs in a vase.
Okay, I don't have those in my house, but I sure did grow up with them. We had many dried twigs in a vase in my house growing up.
It just becomes one of those, oh, there's an empty corner, let's get a vase with twigs.
I don't know.
Unless you love the twigs, unless you forged them climbing a mountain somewhere, and there's a story to tell about the twigs, ditch the twigs, and instead do things like my little lamb, which you pointed out. So, the little lamb could fit perfectly in a little corner. That came from Rollo Store. And when I spotted this chair from LT, it was like, which one's Mary and which one's the lamb? I thought it was quirky, right? Like the fuzzy little chair. Which all of the pieces are from LT, which were so beautiful. But one of the keys here that I want to point out, I'm sure you've noticed, everything is really neutral.
It is.
So the colors are super neutral. So fun, I think when I say to people, oh, let's make your space quirky and fun, they think bright color, a little more juvenile. But fun can come in a lot of different ways. We talked about the large decals, but speaking of vinyl, I use the vinyl for another little application, a little wink.
Oh, that's cute.
So a simple little DIY. So this was, again, just using vinyl on the inside. So when your guests come over, I love those little conversation starters. And if you really want to start a conversation, you're going to DIY some pillows that look like this.
Oh! You dirty, naughty girl.
So when your guests come over, it's like, where do I sit? Should I sit here? Maybe I'll sit in the chair. You think you want to sit in the chair until Tracy turned that pillow over. And then but wait.
I love it.
If you really want to freak your guests out, and people, they look and they go, and where? Where's the also there?
Where is it? Just stand. I'll stand.
There's nowhere yet. I'll just stand politely. But it's those fun, quirky things that, again, temporary. I can peel these out. I can take these pillows away. These are inexpensive to do.
Right.
And just, it adds that element of whimsy and fun.
It's a story.
It is.
And it's you, you know, like this is who you are. You're that fun, whimsical girl who's always, you don't take yourself too seriously, so have that reflected in your space.
And that's the key, what you just said right there. It's a story. Every space should be a narrative. I love to look at spaces and imagine who lives there, and when we decorate with the checklist, we tend to lose who who we are in the space, and it just looks like a showroom, which we like a furniture showroom, which we don't want.
And you don't want to do that. You don't want to buy the whole room from the store and bring it home to your house. Make it yours.
Exactly, make it yours. So then I was thinking cheeky. So we've got the little cheeky lamp, the cheeky pillows. I got really cheeky. I dove into the lingerie drawer.
Well, excuse me. Did you DIY those?
These are just fishnet pantyhose.
Well, look at you, fancy lady.
And again, when you're over it, just like take the pantyhose. There you go. You can wear them tomorrow. So if you're in a pinch, you get a run. It's like you know exactly where your stuff is at a moment's notice.
That is so practical.
Affordable.
Very functional.
Exactly. And then there's been a big trend. I've seen these online, the press for champagne buttons. And I'm sure if anybody's on Pinterest, they know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. The frames with the little like glued on doorbell. Now this, they're all very decorative. So they're kind of cute and poking fun. So press for champagne, ho, 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 ho. And I was like, well, instead of just like, ho, 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 I actually want some champagne.
I want some champagne.
Like I actually want the champagne.
Yeah, like,
so
press the button.
What I
Let's
did,
see what happens.
exactly. So picture frame, I just printed the press for Pool Boy, so we're upping the ante on this one. And this is actually a wireless doorbell with the base that you can stick anywhere in the house.
Oh, really?
In the room, so it will ding dong.
Like that works.
Yes, but the key with this is, so for me, this is actually quite functional. Again, fashion, function, practicality. My husband works in the basement, and I was getting tired of, Dylan, dinner's ready! So now I stick the doorbell ding dong in his office, and when dinner's ready, or I want champagne. Oh.
That is amazing.
And then magically,
Oh my gosh, Dylan brought champagne.
he's my pool boy.
I win.
First of all, you need to keep that here all the time. I'm using it from now on at Cityline property, and you have to come every time I ring it. All right,
And the best part is he's my pool boy, but we don't even have a pool. So he gets to that.
You don't need one. You're adding some personality into your space.